Hi Cancer, Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au. Take a look at this Pluto, which we've talked about a long time now, is sitting there in your 7th house of relationships, but on this other side of this 7th house border, Saturn. This is called force majeure. Having these two planets impact upon your relationships is very, very important. And notice how Saturn does actually rule your marital area. And these planets here, this passionate combo, Venus and Mars, at least on the 1st of October, is moving in from that time. Have a look at it move in into a square or a right angle of your marital planet. This is not just a marital planet, it relates to such things as business partnerships and the world generally. So it's a contradiction in a way. These two planets normally exude a lot of passion when they're together, especially in this 3rd house for Cancer. The sign of Virgo is the 3rd house, showing a lot of drive, a lot of courage, but this inhibition by being at the right angle. And also look here, especially around the 4th of October, this opposition to Neptune. Well, it's actually before that, but you see the moon carries that energy of Neptune into this opposition. So communication can be somewhat problematic for you, and that's also from the same position that's influencing the marriage. Look here as well. Just on or about that date, this square also from the moon. This is called a T-square. You see here Saturn, marital planet in the 6th house, of enemies, of sickness, of disease and deaths. So often when a planet is transiting in this area, you can make an enemy of the person that that planet represents. So here, care must be taken. Let's have a look at the moon transiting through here. There's the opposition again to Mercury and Sun up and around the 5th. These few days are not easy for you, and that's happening in that 10th house while the moon is transiting up around the 6th. Now look at it, 6th and 7th, it'll cross over that delicate Uranus, which excites everything. And look, Uranus is still somewhat in an opposition aspect to Jupiter, which can really throw your professional activities into a tailspin. Thereafter, the moon is a little bit clear for a couple of days up to the 9th, 10th, being in the area of social activity. So we see here the 12th house after the 9th. Easy aspects to these two planets here, and this means you'll probably have a bit of a low-key period. I forgot to mention here, by the way, that back up here, when that Uranus conjunction is taking place, that is the full moon. And so work and profession is going to really take precedence over anything else at that time. Down the bottom of the horoscope, you can see the congregation of planets there, while that moon is in the 12th. Just before that, there it is, Jupiter moving out of the 4th house of your domestic sphere into your romance area on or about the 11th, 10th or 11th. That's a pretty significant transit. It will continue for the next 12 months. And so that is going to be the background colour of your life. But here we see Mercury, Sun, Venus, Mars, all in this lower area relating to your domestic sphere. There's Venus moving again into your domestic sphere, and then the moon. So here we see a lot of power, a lot of focus shifting to your mother, to your family, domestic situations, building, real estate, that sort of thing. Any of these planets passing this area, as we're seeing here, will necessarily go through some hard challenges with Saturn during this period. And then we see here, bang, just around the 19th, 20th, the new moon taking place here, again in the 4th and 5th house. So all these areas of your horoscope are going to be predominant in your life. I'm just trying to see whether Mars actually makes the move into your 4th house here. I think it's going to just before the end of the month. There it is there, right on the 23rd. These two hot planets, the Sun and Mars, bring about some problems in this area. Both of these planets generally do much better up in the upper part of the horoscope, where they get directional strength. Here they've lost directional strength. I guess you can take that figuratively and literally. You need to get your family issues back on track, notwithstanding the fact that you have Venus there showing you still have a lot of love and attention and dedication to that. But these planets do show problems. There's the Sun moving out just around the 24th, 25th, into this 5th house of love affairs and romance. That's going to shift all your attention to that. This is a very creative aspect, and that seems to be what's going to balance everything out at the very end of the month, with that Venus and Mars down here in the lower part of your horoscope possibly showing some issues. Mind you, Mars is your best planet, ruling this 10th house of Aries, and the 5th house, co-ruling the 5th house of Scorpio. So I don't see this as any major stumbling block, just a little bit of a head-on confrontation. Great to have your company. I hope you'll come back next month. For those of you that are new, don't forget to check out the extended version of the monthlies at astrology.com.au. Subscribe here. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. And don't forget, we have loads of astrologers there to give you personal readings if you've got some niggling problem that you'd like addressed on a personal basis. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.